Hi, JD here, and if you're in a business, stick with me for a second or two. Would you agree with that, Gail?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, well, good. She said her bit, yes. I haven't posted a Facebook Live for a few days, and withdrawal symptoms. If you're in a business, then I would suggest to you that you might like to live by the mantra of you are the average of the 4 or 5 people you spend most of your time with. Not my saying, I stole that from Jim Rohn. And Gail, how often do we say to our millennial kids that you are who you hang with?
Probably 23 hours a day out of 24.
And I don't know that they listen to us, because who would listen to baby Burma parents, of course, you know, when you're 23 or 25 or 27, whatever it might be. The reason I say that is that if you're in business, you want to make sure that you hang around ideas people. And yes, you know that there's a pitch coming here, but we have a business called theinstitu.wow.com, and we tend to specialise in avalanche leads, marketing ideas. Would you agree with me, Gail?
Yes.
Okay, good. She's saying yes at all the right times. Okay, Greg Mackay, g'day mate, how are you? And we're away for a couple of days this week up at Port Douglas, and of course, being Mr. and Mrs. Unlucky, we go to an idyllic place that should be, you know, beautiful sunny weather.
Yeah.
And what happened for the 2 or 3 days we were there?
Absolutely poured rain.
Poured rain, okay. And so therefore we spent a bit of time in a hotel room and doing work, of course, instead of being out and enjoying the sunshine, because there was none. Sorry. I failed England at school, right? Were none, was none. Anyway, look, a new client come on board, and they own 2 post offices, and I thought I'd just show you the power of hanging around the right people, like me. He says very vainly,
and
okay. Yeah, and of course Gail, because she listened to my phone call, so she contributed with the great idea that I gave these people. Yeah. Anyway, so this husband and wife, they've got 2 post offices, and they're going, you know where. I mean, how many people go to the post office these days? And this will give you, I'm showing off here, but it'll give you an indication that if you're in business, you should hang with the right people, and I believe the right people are ideas people. Not a lot of them around, by the way. A lot of people just follow the leader. They are not necessarily ideas people, but we'd like to think at the Institute of WOW that that's what we really thrive on, is new lead generation and business generation ideas. So I said to this particular lady, post offices, goodness me, I mean, what are you going to come up with next with it for a business idea? Horseshoes? Or maybe a wagon wheel, that would be good. And anyway, she laughed. I don't know whether she laughed, but anyway, let's say that she did laugh.
Yeah.
And she said, well, look, what we're doing is that we're actually going to be putting more gifts in the post office, because we can make money out of gifts. And JD, can you come up with a reward scheme? I said, how often do people buy gifts? Like a purse and a wallet, she was saying to me. She said, oh, well, maybe for $50 or $60 a time once a year. You can't build a reward scheme over $50, $60 a purchase once a year. I said, what you need to do is get back to your initial business model, which was repetitive spending. People coming in, getting an envelope and getting stamps and all that sort of stuff. And she said, oh, how do I do that? And I said, okay, you turn your shop into your post office into a candy store. We happen to have a bit of experience with confectionery, particularly licensed confectionery, the likes of Disney and Marvel and Warner Brothers and all that, Batman and Superman candy and all that sort of stuff. And in fact, we have a business in Sydney at the moment who's a great client who is making a lot of money out of licensed candy. And I said, can you imagine if you turn half of your post office into a Darryl Lee style store? And you remember Darryl Lee, don't you? I mean, we're old enough to remember Darryl Lee. They're not around in stores these days, but anyone close to our village will remember that they were just incredibly themed, Darryl Lee chocolates, right? And turn half of your post offices, 2 of them she owns, into that, and you just watch what happens. All of a sudden you're benefiting from repetitive trade, because you know that the kids will be saying to Mum when she picks them up from school, Mum, can we go to the candy post office? Would they be saying that, Carl?
Well, I suppose that's a good name for it.
Just go with me.
The candy post office.
I'm trying to show off to impress whoever's watching this that I'm really clever. So let's just do that again. And what I want you to do is say,
hallelujah.
No, not so much that. I mean, that can come afterwards. But in the moment, if you just say, oh, John, that's a great idea. So what I'm thinking of is a candy post office.
What a genius idea.
Good, okay, now she's playing her role correctly. Anyway, this lady's jaw just dropped, okay? We were on a FaceTime call and she just said, oh my goodness, that is a good idea. And I said to her, no, it's not a good idea. That is a so-and-so game changer idea. I can't tell you what the so-and-so word was.
I heard it.
Yes, that's right. Because Gail's...
But I can't say it.
Gail's contribution to these great ideas that I come up with is she was there at the time, okay? So she's lending support. There's no question that she's not a passenger. I don't want you to be saying that. Anyway, all jokes aside, the thing is that is a game changer idea. If they turn their post offices, and I don't know whether they'll do it, I mean, that's the trouble, is that sometimes in these instances you feed the advice, you feed the great ideas, and for whatever reason the people don't use it. The other one that I wanted to mention to you before I finish showing off is a pizza business here in Australia, in the capital city. They want to get serious into the takeaway pizza game. They've got 2 restaurants at the moment, but they really want to get serious into the takeaway game. But they realise, of course, that guess what? That's a pretty busy game, and there's not a lot of money in it when Pizza Hut and Domino's are giving away pizzas like home delivery pizzas for $5 or $6. I mean, how do you make money out of that unless you're a conglomerate like them? And they're a wood-fired pizza business. So I said to them, I'll tell you how to make money out of it, is that just really flip everything on its head, and you are going to be the only home delivery wood-fired pizza business that are wearing white gloves and black tie. Okay, so therefore you will be the white glove wood-fired pizza home delivery service. So when the guy comes to the door, instead of having his cap turned sideways and he's unshaven and he's probably just finished a cigarette, in this instance he's going to turn up at the front door with white gloves and a dinner suit on, with your pizzas in a beautiful box that looks like it's been designed by some Italian, sort of graphic agency, on a silver platter. Can you imagine? Let's go through this. Black tie, rings the doorbell, he's got the whole thing happening, he's got a silver tray with the 2 or 3 pizzas on it, and he's got white gloves. Do you think that might go viral? Do you think that people would be looking at the price? No, they'll be actually ordering the white glove dinner suit pizzas just to get a selfie at the front door. And that's a game changer. Gail, would you like to sort of support me on that?
Yes, it is a game changer.
Okay.
I totally agree.
You see,
and I would love it if some guy turned up at the door in a black tie delivering me a wood-fired pizza.
No, she'd rather if he turned up in the Tony Abbott with budgie smugglers.
No.
That would be what she would.
No.
Anyway, why do I even ask for support from you when it's obvious it's just fake? It's just fake. Anyway, okay, so therefore, I've got to give myself a pat on the back. No one else will. And look, the reason I'm saying all of this is that a big pitch coming here, by the way. If you are in a business and your sales are flatlined and you're hanging around people who don't come up with these sorts of ideas, and you would love to hang around people who do come up with these sort of ideas, who am I pointing at there? Then simply click the button above or below, wherever it is on this. It's bookawowcall.com. You can have a call with me, because we have a private coaching program where we take over pretty much all of your marketing. We put together a marketing plan. It's a pretty full-on 25, 35-page customized marketing plan for your business. And in that, we basically have a done-for-you system these days. We know that you don't want to have to sit down and just get ideas from me and come up with your own Facebook campaign. We've decided that, yes, we understand you are probably busy in your own business, too busy to be worried about copywriting and too busy to be coming up with ideas. And so aside from giving you all the resources that we have in terms of online libraries of ideas and all that sort of stuff, we now have a done-for-you service. And we decided to do that because it's very clear to us that businesses, particularly businesses doing under 10 mil turnover and more, particularly businesses probably doing under $2 or $1 million turnover, you just don't have the time to do it. So what we've done is that we've got together with a whole bunch of good suppliers, and now we write the copy for you, we put the ads together, we actually manage the entire Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube campaigns for you. So you just sit back and watch it happen, and we just charge a once a month fee. Okay, so you join a 12-month program. We become your private coaching company. We take over all of your marketing. Obviously, when we say we take over, it sounds like I'm being a bit Hitler there. We don't take over everything, but we actually provide a done-for-you system, because we've recognised, haven't we, Gail, that small businesses have, I guess, I won't say better things to do, because nothing could be better than marketing, but they're just busy in their business.
Yeah, that's the problem. You are in your business and you need to get out and let somebody else get in and look at it a different way, a fresh way too, because that's another thing. You do get roadblocked.
Roadblock. Now, I think you'll probably want to come up with store blind.
No, I mean blocks in the road as you.
Okay, so when you're driving, you could, if you own your own business,
you get a roadblock and you're stuck and you don't know what idea to use.
Okay, I'll pay that. I will not be sarcastic about that one, because I would never be sarcastic anyway.
So I think you do sometimes. I mean, it's pretty lonely having your own business, trying to come up with ideas, and even just talking to some suppliers yourself, but. You don't, they're not going to give you too many ideas either. So I think the good part about it is being part of a community, having lots of ideas, and then having, you know, your wonderful, great wow ideas.
Gail, this was supposed to be my Facebook Live, but I appreciate the contribution. I'm trying to get finished before 10 minutes, because if we get finished before 10 minutes, then I can multi-purpose this across to LinkedIn, you see. I didn't know she was going to wrap it on for quite so long. But thank you, Gail. Thank you very much for your contribution. Listen, I'm out of here because we want to get out. I don't know whether we've missed the 10-minute mark. Are we? Okay. So therefore, if you are in a business, and you own a business, I should say, and you are, you know, ideas, you're going through a drought in ideas and you're looking for this sort of creativity, then simply book a call above or below, wherever it is. Click the link, bookawowcall.com, and you can schedule in on a calendar call with me. And even if you just wanted to talk to us, send an email, info@theinstitutowow.com, which again, the link is above or below. Gals, anything you want to say before we leave?
No, I'm out of here.
Okay, she's not going to talk now. I've been sarcastic. Okay, guys, have a good rest of Saturday. All the best.
Bye.